your client says, your price is too high, they are throwing you a sharp, spiky porcupine. Your job is to throw that baby right back to them. Find out how we do that in today's show. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Monday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center studio in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we can be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to do business here in this market. This is episode number 156, and we are talking about how to totally smash your price is too high, part 2. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. When we are haggling over the price with the buyer, and they say, this price is too high, that is out of budget, we can't afford it at that level, can't you drop the price? We never pay that much. We can get it for less, etc. We are in a bind. We want the sale. We want to make our sales targets. So we immediately go into discount mode. This is a big negotiating mistake. I heard this exact case from a Japanese sales guy recently. We happened to be seated next to each other at a business function. I started chatting with him about how he does his sales, and he had been selling for his company for about 7 years and looked to be in sort of mid-30s age bracket. In other words, he was an experienced sales guy. When I asked him what he does when his buyers say the price is too high, he replied that, he immediately drops the price by 20%. I nearly had a heart attack. If I was his sales manager, I would have to be physically restrained from throttling him on the spot. No. Don't fold on the price. Whenever you get that pushback, we should be doing the defense of our price. We never do that by arguing with the buyer. We don't do that by force of will either. These ideas both sound preposterous, but amazingly, this is what some salespeople actually do. Instead, we try to better understand the client's situation. Often, salespeople stop asking questions at this critical juncture and instead go into high-energy tell and sell mode. They keep telling all the good reasons why the buyer should pay the requested price. This won't work. Firstly, don't start your response by arguing with the client. Instead, agree with them. We can say, you're right, and I understand it is a considerable investment. We do this to make sure the client is still listening to us. If we disagree with them, they stop listening to us and start thinking about all the reasons their too high statement is correct. They mentally get ready for hand-to-hand combat mode to fight with us. We don't want that response from the buyer. Rather, we disarm them by not arguing or disagreeing. While we have their attention, we have to transition and question the buyer as to why they made that comment. We say very sweetly and softly, lowering our voice tone, combined with a touch of real curiosity. You just mentioned the price was too high. May I ask you why you say that? We avoid arguing. Instead of us having to justify the price, we now need to switch the pressure back to them to justify what they have just said. We call this tossing back the porcupine after they threw it to us. It is a rather spiky, uncomfortable thing to hold, so we don't want to be the one holding it. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. Here is a very, very, very important point, so don't miss it. Please listen up. After you ask that question, do not speak. Use 100% concentration to listen to the buyer. Don't interject. Don't cut them off. Don't add one more word. Shut up. Now, the buyer has to justify why that price won't work. In this process of further explanation by the buyer, we pick up very valuable insights into the client's situation. Armed with more data and insight, we may be able to come up with a flexible solution that is a win-win for both of us. We may, in fact, discount the price. We might give them longer payment terms, or we might structure the payments across 2 quarterly budget periods. We may offer the discount on the basis of a volume purchase. All of this sounds simple enough, but when salespeople hear the price is too high, they go blank and forget the basics. Don't argue with the client. Question the client and keep questioning. If they segue off onto some unrelated subject area, then bring them back. If they digress, don't go with them. Bring them back to the core discussion. If they keep hitting you with vagaries, don't accept them. Keep digging, 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 digging. This is the job of the salesperson, to serve the client, and that means to clearly understand the client's situation. The only way to do that is to ask questions, and you cannot release the buyer from this quest. It is not to be annoying, pig-headed, stubborn, or inflexible. Quite the opposite. We are here to solve the client's problem, and we have to do that in an arrangement that is a win-win for both of us. Action steps. Number 1, defend the price point even if you will lose some business. 2, make sure that the price point value equation is clear to both the salesperson and the buyer. Number 3, understand once you discount the price, you are now locked in for that number or an even worse one. 4, don't argue with the client. Instead, ask well-designed questions to understand what is driving their resistance? The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. It's awesome value, so check it out. You might also enjoy our other shows for podcasts. Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays for the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday we have the Business Tatsujin no Oshier program. Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series. Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast. On Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and every Saturday we have Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Every Friday, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and every Saturday, Japan's top business interviews. And these shows are all on YouTube. In episode number 157, we talk about how to make project planning simple. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. And we've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.